This video is one of a series of interest to walkers, wild swimmers, photographers and drone pilots. It provides the most detailed description available of the Watkin Path. See links below for the other episodes and ideally start at episode 1. In this final episode we make the short walk to the summit, explore the visitor centre, enjoy spectacular panoramic views in summer and winter conditions, and take a drone flight over the Gribbin Ridge and the two lakes. Another hiker happy to have made it to the top of the Scree Slope and looking forward to a rest and lunch. We've got just 200 metres to go. There is Havard Eruari. Journey's end, and we join the other 500,000 visitors a year that make it this far, including about 100,000 who came by train. In the summer, especially when the schools are on holiday, the centre can be jam-packed with very long queues for the cafe. If you just want a cold drink, there's a vending machine at the entrance that will even accept credit cards or Apple Pay contactless. The cafe serves locally made pasties, Welsh beer, tea, coffee, hot chocolates, ice cream, Coca-Cola and other drinks. Again, you can use a credit or debit card. There's no free water, and as far as I know, the tap water in the toilets is not suitable for drinking. At the souvenir shop, you can buy a certificate that confirms you've climbed to the highest point in Wales. It's a popular item with the train passengers. Anyway, the centre was opened in 2009 and cost £8.5 million. To the annoyance of many, Portuguese granite was used for the roof rather than native materials, as it was more economical. Many of the floor tiles have engraved inscriptions describing the geology of Snowdon and other interesting details. It's certainly not that windy today, so let's head for the summit trip point. A few seconds alone before the trig point becomes crowded yet again. It's common for long queues to form for access to the trig point. The trains take 1 hour to reach the summit, stay for 30 minutes, and then there's a 1 hour descent. Don't assume that if you walk up, you'll be able to buy a train ticket for the return journey. Trig point on the left and Llyweth on the right. Looking back at the way we came, the Reed Thee path continues over Bulch Mine and Ath Mine Derrin with Air Arran in the distance. Bethgelert Forest and Llyn Chwedyn with Mynach Mawr behind, Llyn Ffynnon y Gwas and the Moel Elio range, Llyn Padon in the distance. Turning right from the Llanberis path takes you up Garneth Egain, across Cribydysgol and onto Cribgoch. The upper path is the pig track, and from a fingerstone on it, the miner's path descends to Glaslyn. Garneth Egain, Cribydysgol, Cribgoch, Llyn Llyddaw, Llyweth, Porth Madog and Port Merion in the distance. The pig track zigzag, the two tarns access from the Watkin path, with Gribben Ridge to the left of them and descending to Glaslyn. And the steep climb we've just made from the Slate Quarry. Moving down from the trig point and towards Glaslyn, we can have a rest, maybe a snack, and enjoy a view that was once voted the best in Britain. Looking directly into the Snowdon Horseshoe, Llyweth is on the right, Glaslyn and Llyddaw in front of us, Moel Siabod in the distance, and Cribgoch on the left. Miner's path alongside the lake, with pig track above. Cribydysgol, Garneth Egain, zigzags on the pig track, which then meets the Llanberis path at a fingerstone. Over the Gribben Ridge and Glaslyn to the Llyddaw Causeway. The causeway was built after horses were drowned when the raft they were on capsized. Let's take a closer look at the Gribbin Ridge that gives an exciting scrambling route from Glaslyn to the Watkin Path. The initially easy path from the lake becomes a scrambling section higher up and ends near the two tarns we visited in episode 7. After flying over Gribbin, notice the path at top right. That is where you complete the southern part of the horseshoe and descend to Clydach. The Miners Path winds past Lintern and towards Penny Pass. To the right of the path is the Reservoir Valve House, and behind it the pipeline down to Cumdilly Power Station that we saw in the first episode. Flying towards Snowdon over Gribbin, we see a flat, bare area and the tarns and a faint track towards the Watkin Path. The flat grassy area near the Fingerstone, where we got our view of Glaslyn in episode 7. On a large screen monitor or TV, you can just make out the fingerstone before the two islands on the path. The scree begins, we pass the distinctive rock outcrops and continue up the slope. A wider view of that area. Photographing just the reflected infrared radiation rather than visible light can help penetrate haze if it's the right type of haze. Garnet Egain, Cribadisgal, Glidderfawr, with Gliddervac in the distance, Cribgoch. Very difficult to see even on a clear day like this, but you can just detect the Gwynter Moor wind farm near Colwyn Bay. Worth bearing in mind if you're bringing binoculars when you visit and checking out in even clearer conditions. This is another long distance view through a small amount of haze. Llyn and Plaserbrennan that we drove past in episode 1, and the top right the wind farm at Moel Meileghen where we began our journey. Moel Siabod and an unidentified wind farm with at least 35 turbines in the very far distance. Looking closer, those very distant hills are the Pennines. The white buildings are on the Liverpool side of the River Mersey. There is the Fiddler's Ferry power station near Widnes, 100 kilometres or about 60 miles away. The transmitter mast at Moyle Park at the end of the Clwydian range. Moel Meileghen, Moel Famau in the Clwydian range with the ruined Folly at its summit. We've had our rest, so let's take a short walk down the Llanberis path to just before the pig track and enjoy the views from there. Top of the zigzag, particularly dangerous if icy in winter and you're not wearing crampons. There have been fatalities. Garnath Egain, Cribadisgal, Clidavawr, Clidavach, Cribgoch, Moel Shabod. Starting down the pig track, Watkin Path, Llywydd. That loop in the path is the viewpoint in episode 6 from where we could see Porthmadog. Down to the quarry, Aran, Ath Mainderin. On the road at the top you can just make out the Cumdilly viewpoint where we stopped in episode 1. It's interesting to see winter views, and as you're now an expert on the mountains and lakes, I won't describe them, just enjoy. Back to the summer warmth and flying alongside Cribberthisgle, we're joined by the paraglider that we saw below us when we were on the Scree slope. He's soared up to the summit. We've had our fun, it's time to descend. If returning to the Watkin path, don't be tempted to go straight down from the summit. It's hazardous and steeper than you may think. These walkers didn't see the sign or ignored it. Return via the way you came up. If you're going to sit on the visitor centre steps or adjacent grassy areas for a snack, watch out for the greedy seagulls. They'll very quickly steal any food they can reach. Time to head back to the Fingerstone. What will it be? The Watkin Path? or via the South Ridge back to the Weir. Depending on the weather conditions, the Screes slope can be even more hazardous than usual when descending. Those endless steps that were a challenge when climbing up are just plain tedious when going down. In my view, up the Watkin and down the South Ridge is easily the best scenic walk on Snowdon, and the weather today is perfect. It doesn't get any better, so it's the South Ridge. Down the Reed Thee path and over Bulk Mine, and when the narrow path forks, take the right hand descending branch and continue until the ground on your left is grassy and a path level. Take the faint track that you see here. For some reason, the sky is filled with these spectacular clouds or vapour trails. I'll be making a detour to climb Aran and enjoy its 360-degree panoramic views. So, by the time I get to the Weir, it'll be almost dark. Back at the Weir and just 30 minutes from Bethania car park, I can just about make it without using the head torch. It's been a great day, challenging exercise, new sights and sounds, and chats with friendly fellow hill walkers. Remember though, this is one of the wettest places in Britain, so good luck for when you visit and goodbye.